All right, here it is again. It's the part of our show where most of our viewers run to the kitchen to make a sandwich. Okay, our very own Mr. Peabody takes us back into the past with this week's edition of Trtan Back Time.
Feel like we're turning back time.
It had to cost a lot of money to get Cher to do that, wasn't it?
It did. It was a fortune. Small fortune, yeah.
All right,
Crazy.
Here we go on another journey through the annals of time.
Here we go.
On today's date, in 1986, Roger Clemens strikes out 20 batters in a single 9-inning game against the Seattle Mariners at Fenway Park. He is the first player to do that. Then, 10 years later, he did it again, becoming the only player in baseball history to do so. And he was at the tournament this weekend.
He was at the tournament.
Yes,
That's
he
right.
was.
I forgot all about that. Did you see him?
No, I didn't. I mean, in passing, I went, is that? But yeah, I don't change
It was, yeah.
All right.
Huh, how about that?
Now, in 1852, Peter Roget's Thesaurus is released to the public. And Roget's Thesaurus. The original edition contained 15,000 words, and he had worked on it for about 50 years.
Really?
And I've always wondered, is there a word in there, you know, in this Thesaurus for
thesaurus?
Yeah, I don't know.
Age-old question.
Anyway, happy birthday, 1899, Duke Ellington. Real name was Edward Kennedy Ellington, the Duke. American jazz musician, awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom by President Nixon in 1969. And in 1951, Ralph Dale Earnhardt Sr., Dale Earnhardt, American Hall of Fame race car driver known as the Intimidator. Yeah, he died, of course, in the last lap crash during the 2001 Daytona 500.
I do remember that, yeah. Very
All right.
sad.
On April 30th, 1993, longest time between birth of triplets. A Vancouver, British Columbia woman delivers the first of her triplets. The other two were born 45 days later.
What?
Not hours, days. They were born 45 days.
She had one,
later.
and then 45 days later she had the other two?
Month and a half later, had the other two. Yep.
That is
Yep.
really disturbing.
Now,
Okay.
yeah, I would think so. In 1803, the Louisiana Purchase, 828,000 square miles of land are purchased from France for $15 million, that whole swath of land. However, 9 years later, on the very same date, Louisiana becomes the 18th state.
It was a bargain.
It was, and a half.
Yeah.
A happy birthday goes out to Willie Nelson, born in 1933. You know, we all know Willie.
Yeah.
Also, to Albert Meister, Al Lewis, Grandpa Munster.
Yeah.
You know what his name was?
No.
Sam Dracula. That's his name. But people always said, you know, in the show they called him Grandpa Munster.
Really?
Also, in 1998, he ran as the Green Party candidate for governor of New York.
That does ring a bell.
Didn't make it, though.
Right.
No.
I forgot
But he
about
also wanted to be called, I think on the ballot, Grandpa Lewis, and they went, no, it's not your
That's
name,
not how it
sorry, can't
works.
do it.
Yeah.
All right, May 1st, in 1931, the Empire State Building opens in New York at a height of 1,250 feet. At that time, it was the world's tallest building. In 1967, Elvis Presley marries Priscilla. The only other entertainer to attend was Red Fox.
Really?
That's what I
Elvis
found.
and Priscilla's wedding, the only other entertainer there was Red Fox.
It just doesn't seem right, does it? It's like something's odd there, something is missing.
I would never have known that.
Yeah. Happy birthday to Calamity Jane. Martha Jane Canary was her real name. She was born in 1852. American Wild West character, Indian fighter, famous citizen of Deadwood, South Dakota, and her dying request, bury me beside Wild Bill. She's buried next to Wild Bill Hickok.
Oh, I was going to say, did it happen? I don't
Well,
know.
in some biographies that I've seen, I mean, she really cared for him a lot, but Bill was like, kind of, yeah, stay away. So...
There's
All right.
no room next to me.
Also,
right?
in 1918, Jack Parr, the television host of The Tonight Show, the original Tonight Show.
Yeah.
All right. Now, in 1863, on May 2nd, Confederate General Stonewall Jackson is shot by his own men when they mistake his troops for Union soldiers during the Battle of Charlottesville, Virginia, Chancellorsville. Yeah. The injuries required an amputation of his left arm, and he would die due to complications of pneumonia 8 days later. A happy birthday goes out to Jack Benny, born in 1932. Legendary comedian performs his first radio show in 1932. Not a happy birthday, excuse me.
Oh, I started to say he was born
He would
earlier
still
than
be
that.
around. Yeah, yes, he was. Also, the Red Baron, Baron Manfred von Richthofen, 1892, German World War I flying shot down 80 enemy aircraft. Canadian pilot Roy Brown is credited with shooting him down, although evidence suggests he was probably taken out by ground fire. Now, on May 3rd, this is an important date.
Okay.
In 1978, the first computer spam. Gary Thirk, marketing manager at Digital Equipment Corporation, sends out an unsolicited message advertising a demonstration of their new computer to hundreds of people on ARPANET, which was the precursor to the Internet.
The Internet? Really?
Yeah, that was the date of when it first happened. All right, and in 1375 BC, it was the earliest successful prediction and recorded solar eclipse in the Western world. It was done by the Babylonians. How about that?
A bunch of useless trivia that we just can't live without. No, I'm kidding. It's interesting. It
okay,
is.
And then one final question for you.
Know.
This
okay.
is it. Before Mount Everest was discovered, what was the highest mountain?
Before Mount Everest was discovered?
Yeah, what was the highest mountain?
Everest's still the highest mountain.
That's right. It was
Okay.
Mount Everest.
There
It
you
just
go,
hadn't
Mount
been
Everest.
discovered.
Yeah.
That wraps it up. Another edition of Pushing Back Time. Ta-da!
If I could turn back